In the dangerous wilderness, this tomb.
The bunker the sitter structure is absolutely safe. It not only has the to đến meter đến has the total at center gen cool, but also the extension subdivisibility the whole house for low heating, and the CBC with the food is smoke and bed at any time ECCKC.
The shovel and shovel that took days conjure a giant into the internal ground excavation for the construction machine pit. Then a batch of newer wooden sections were found and new 6 timber segments were embedded inside the backfill clods to create a durable workbench. With the bench processing logs, you can process the wood for the columns. The log after the foreskin is smooth and has the functions of anti-corrosion, insect and mildew prevention. And the sanctuary. What really relies on is the substantive structure, so it is broad and long. After sanding the chisel, you have to open a half groove in the middle of the wooden section to make. Often used with semi-groove paint and aromatic wood, it is also firmly nailed. Infinite sharp rubble is the earth. Stone, it also needs to mix the soil and absorb water and knead it into a binder. Exist under a layer of adhesive and a layer of the stone wall is already unknown, but it is worth noting that the wall. Naturally, we want to make full use of the internal space. Our factory has asked for the size of the wooden board to fit. Right. On both sides, it is naturally done in the same way, gradually stacked and raised stone walls as embedded storage. After that, the hay is stuffed into the gap to seal it fully and for the stability of the wooden wall. After all, it is a bedroom, so it naturally needs more space to cut. With experience with floor timber walls, this pair is very familiar. After the measurement, half a groove is opened in the same way, and the long mat wood is combined into a 2-meter frame and finally pasted. Hema cloth covers the surface and is fixed with thumbtacks, which then turns into a simple and durable folding wooden bed. It can save space consumption and is naturally the same folding form. The underground is naturally a little humid, and the master chose the fireplace in the middle of the pit, passing through the stone. The stove mouth is reserved and cannot be built. It took a day to stack it to a height of 2 meters. It also takes into account the method of heating the whole house. The stick is fitted to the top and sealed. Of course, there are also 18 fire protection treatments up and down the wooden stick. The final slap is the land. However, for the rest of the stone wall, there was no need to use a double row structure to glue the mud together. The stone wall on the right side of the hearth is finished, but the left side is something else, with a simple half-tank gas and on the inner wall. The reason why I chose a wooden wall is to consider the more burly and heavy function of wood to saw a whole log into a cutting drape. Must not to mention that this space utilization is really effective, but hey. The small wooden box of the heart is used as a pair, and the drawer slides with the help of wire slots. Boychan did not waste installing the newly cut batch of wooden blocks on the long wooden board. Exterior wall. It is necessary to do the same for stacking stone walls, and to reserve a few % square of the ground, which is not sticky. After the mud seals every gap, the walls are basically full, but the interior is still damp. If it is wet, you may wish to use the wooden board to fit the previous column groove to the bedroom floor. At this time, the interior of the bunker is finally completed and capped. Although the mouth is nearly 2 meters high, it has also been buried under the bunker, so it is better to plan. A simple test will fit the planks. And considering the height of the saw door entry, the side has to be flat with load-bearing wood. Complete the opening and closing together. Yo. So far. And we finally arrived at the top of the shelter, and the first thing to consider is the entrance beam. Realize the portability of the wooden door. Return the beam and flower door to drill an ordinary one respectively. It's not necessary to say that the ceiling of the shelter is load-bearing. These slightly thinner sticks must be safe without touching 800 caddies of wild boars. Rain is rare for this forest, so for waterproofing, it is not a rigid demand bridge. After the soil blocks around the Yangtze River are restored, the first layer is covered with a transparent film. After sealing it a little bit, you can sprinkle the protruding fallen leaves on the smallpox by building a pinch position. Value. It should be noted that this waste, a natural solid wood chair, eating by the fireplace can after also 2.5 months of careful construction, we finally came to move in. It doesn't take long to enter the bunker with your carry-on luggage and place the living facilities one by one on the storage layer. The first day Lee came to the bunker, you have to cook all kinds of meat products, not only, and you have to marinate the big meat and the big fish briefly. As for Scully, with the light of the candles and the poster, the smell of the burning fireplace was rising. Keep drifting away, stay for a day, slowly pass, then close the door, the entrance will pass a few.